Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to a Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Today, we're taking you into the heart of Yorkville, Toronto's most glamorous neighborhood, and inside the city's only Forbes 5-star boutique property, the Hazelton Hotel. Known for its timeless design, Michelin-recognized dining at one restaurant. I've been there many times. It's fantastic. And its position as both retreat and cultural hub, the Hazelton truly has become a symbol of Canadian luxury hospitality on the world stage. Joining me is Jessica Rodrigues. She's Director of Marketing and Communications at the Hazelton Hotel and One Restaurant. She's a dynamic marketing leader with over a decade of global experience from London to Toronto, and she's helped shape some of these cities' most iconic hospitality brands. Under her leadership, the Hazelton has earned international accolades, expanded cultural partnerships, and redefined what it means to offer a 5-star guest experience. Welcome to the show, superstar.
I love your show, and I really appreciate this.
Absolutely. So let's dive right in. The Forbes 5-star standard. So Jessica, you know this, there's only about 0.2% of hotels worldwide that hold a Forbes 5-star rating. And the Hazelton stands as Toronto's only boutique property with this very distinction. So what does that honor represent for your team? And how do you bring that level of excellence to life for every guest?
I know. I mean, you're right. It is the standard of global luxury. So we are very honored. I'm wearing my little Forbes 5-star pin today. So for our team, obviously it represents an extraordinary honor, first and foremost. But also I would say a daily commitment. You know, everyone here is really passionate about their job. We all really care. We care about the guest experience. We care about the property. We care about what we do. I think hospitality attracts people who love working with other people, really love creating experiences for our guests. So really just holds us to a standard that we all strive for every day.
And Yorkville has a global stage already. I know that for a fact. And it's very comparable to some places right here in New York City, because Yorkville is not just Canada's fashion capital. It's a 2.6 billion retail corridor and cultural anchor, home to TIFF, premieres, galleries, and luxury flagships. And the Hazelton is right at its center. So how do you blend that vibrant neighborhood energy with the intimacy of a boutique retreat?
You say it better than I could. So we are literally at the heart. So we're at Hazelton and Yorkville Avenue. So we are at that intersection. So I think we're uniquely placed within Yorkville. And Yorkville, we're right at the cusp of Bloor Street, which is known as the Mink Mile. So all of your shopping is right there. All like Chanel, you have YSL, you have like all of the big massive brands are right along Bloor Street. So in terms of shopping destination, this is it, Yorkville. And in terms of just the neighborhood itself, it's beautiful. It's a really vibrant community. And we're also, I would say, big community players. So we have the best patio, I think, in the city. I know I'm biased. So it's right out there on street level. You can see everyone walking by. And then we integrate ourselves by doing community events. So we do, Fleur de Ville. We have events outside. We work with the galleries, as you mentioned, in the neighborhood. So we have tons of stunning art from the Galerie de Bellefeuille, the List galleries across the street, and we partner with them for our offers. So we offer our guests, for example, on one of our packages, like candle making at Candle, which is right around the corner. We did a shopping package with the Webster, so we really integrate our partners in our everyday for our guest experiences, because when you stay at the Hazelton, Yorkville, explore Yorkville. It's gorgeous. Best restaurants. You have Aloe Bar. Aside from one restaurant, you have Julia. There's some of the most Michelin starred restaurants right in our neighborhood. So food, fashion, culture, shopping, art, it's here.
I was just there for TIFF. I was blown away. And I'm a New Yorker. I'm a New York City girl. And I felt right at home. And like I said, we're talking about a 2.6 billion retail corridor is what we're talking about, right where the hotel is located. Now let's chat about the One Restaurant. I loved eating there every day. I ate there. I wasn't even, and I get tired very easy of the same cuisine, but I love the menu. The menu is so versatile and you change it up. So One Restaurant isn't just an amenity. It's part of the Michelin Guide. And the Michelin Guide Toronto, and it's a destination in its own right, celebrated, like Jessica said, for its design, the menu, and more importantly, the atmosphere. So, Jess, what sets one apart as a dining experience, and how does it tie into the Hazelton's luxury promise?
You are spot on. So we're a two Michelin key hotel, which we again are super honored by. And one restaurant, first of all, it's led by our executive chef, Michael Harluck. So he's brilliant. And everything on the menu is made from scratch. And we use some of the best suppliers, both locally and internationally, for our ingredients. So the food is going to be good quality, no matter what you order. And we also have a pastry chef. Her name is Chef Ashley Stock. And again, everything's made from scratch. We actually have a pastry team. So I think it really starts from the ingredients and inside of the kitchen and the culture in the kitchen. And then when that food comes out, you have all of these different areas. You can come to the bar. So, it's a little sexy, it's a little buzzy. We have DJs spinning from Wednesday to Friday and Saturday nights as well. So that's a really cool spot. Or you can have a proper dining experience in the big dining room, or you can be outside on the patio. And our patio, there's the Yorkville side, which is sun-drenched, beautiful on gorgeous days like this. And we also have an atrium that is weather-defiant and all year round. So you can have al fresco dining in the dead of winter in Canada, and you're cozy and you're warm under sort of twinkling lights.
Now, let's go back to something you mentioned earlier, those partnerships, art and lifestyle, right? So studies show 81% of luxury travels seek cultural immersion over material perks. And the Hazelton has stepped up as a lifestyle curator, from Prada beauty activations and Sephora beauty activations that I witnessed, to art driven philanthropy like the Brain Project. So why are these partnerships and cultural initiatives such an important part of your brand identity?
Yorkville is just a really beautiful, safe space where, everyone it's chill, like even though there's lines and buzz and craziness, it's just really fun. And there's such a great energy. So a lot of brands come to us to activate because we have the foot traffic. It's a gorgeous spot. And I mean, from a marketing perspective, you have all demographics, all walks of life in Yorkville, right? So you're kind of hitting all of those marks. So that was really fun. And then there's projects that we enter into internally. Like you said, we work with Baycrest. So their Brain Project was a charitable initiative. And again, we brought art. So that was something that we led internally. And then we do tons of partnerships all year round. We also do a lot of collaboration dinners. So we just work with Enigma. We have that; they're also Michelin starred. We did a Clase Azul tasting menu. We are having tons of dinners coming up next year with Chef Keith from Bocuse d'Or. So we have a lot going on across every aspect of our space. Our cinema, we do lots of premieres in our cinema space called the Norman Jewison Cinema, and our Spa by Valmont. We also have a gorgeous spa, and we're doing a masterclass with a lot of our guests outside in November, again, in our heated atrium. So all of these partnerships are really important to us to make sure that, our guests, there's always something fun for them to do, and that we're a part of the community.
Yeah, it's so powerful to see a hotel become a stage for culture and community, not just accommodations. You're doing a great job.
Thank you.
So let's chat about the future of luxury hospitality. Now, the global luxury hotel market is projected to exceed $160 billion by the year 2030. That's driven by personalization, wellness, and sustainability. And the Hazelton is already leading in those very areas. So where do you see the future of luxury hospitality headed, and how is the Hazelton preparing to stay ahead?
I mean, a lot of people do sort of turn towards technology. I agree. For us, it is that sort of seamless blend of technology, but with human connection, because I think it's not easy. Obviously, it's a lot of work to integrate all of these new technologies, into our spaces. So we have tablet systems in our room, touch systems, upon arrival. We have fun little details like heated floors and, TVs in our mirrors. And we have, all of these fun silent technologies that just make your stay more seamless. But I think the more and more tech enters into our lives, with, let's say, contactless check-in, or, all of those payments, contactless payments, ordering, all of that, the more that enters into our life and becomes at the forefront, I think more so the service comes into play. What's going to set us apart is our custom service. is that personalization. So I think, to your point, if you're a wellness traveler, how do we A, know that before you arrive, and then B, make sure, if there's perhaps a sample bag of our Valmont products here. We ensure we have extra plush robes in your room so that you can come down to our eucalyptus steam room and our saltwater pool, and we can provide treatment information for you. And then we can offer fresh pressed juice. It's those touches and the human touches, I think, that are going to set us apart. Because as tech enters into the stay, personalized human service, I think, becomes more and more important for luxury. That's what sets
You
luxury apart.
You are 100% right. And we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the state-of-the-art screening room
Oh, yeah.
that the Hazelton has, that not every hotel has, especially on the boutique side. It's incredibly well architected, very well thought out. I love the design. The seats are comfortable, and it really made a difference for the production companies that were seeking that private screening. So I love that the Hazelton provides that.
Absolutely. And we have DCP capabilities, which means that we can offer pre-screening for the big studios, before their release of their films. So we have 25 seats. They're super plush. It's intimate. The screen is incredible. The sound is incredible. Everything's state of the art in there. And there's also a little, bar foyer area for entertaining. If you want to have a little, some past apps from one, some bar service, some shaken cocktails down there. So yeah, I think it's a really unique space that not a lot of hotels have that really sets us apart as well.
Without a doubt, that vision-driven approach is why you've positioned the Hazelton as not just Canada's best, but a global icon. So kudos to you and your team. Well, thank you so much for coming on, Jessica. It's been such a pleasure chatting with you. I love the hotel, I love the property, and I love the people behind it.
Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
For our listeners, if you're planning a trip to Toronto and want to experience the very best in Canadian luxury, you can definitely check out the hazeltonhotel.com. You're going to find something that's very inspiring for you on their website, or you could follow them directly on the gram at the Hazelton TO. That was Toronto's only Forbes 5-star boutique hotel inside the Hazelton. And you've been listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. Stay tuned. There's more luxury, lifestyle, and inspiration coming your way. We'll be right back after this.